welcome back to Easy Cooking with Linda B. It's summer and I'm always looking for some refreshing type desserts that are light and airy and not so filling when it comes to the summer menu. And my sweet daughter-in-law, she's always looking out for cookbooks and things like that for me. She found this Taste of Home edition, June, July of 2005. That's right, 2005. And I found a boatload of recipes that I'm so excited to share with you. So the first one that I found was, they're called almond berry muffins, like this. And this recipe was written by Deborah Feinberg of New York. So Deborah, I don't know if you're going to catch my video. Let me know what you think if you do. And here they are. Absolutely gorgeous. And let me tell you what, these are so light and you don't feel full. Actually, you want to have another one after you finish one. So what I'm going to do is show you how to put it all together. Okay, so now what I want to do is candy my almonds. In this bowl, I have 1 cup of thinly sliced almonds. These are perfect for these muffins, you'll see. Then the next thing I need to do is crack my egg to get just the egg whites. Now these are room temperature eggs, so that egg white should pretty much slide through the opening. And it's doing pretty good. Move it around just a little bit. Just be very careful not to get the yolk in there because we do not want that. Okay, so I'm going to put my yolk here and we'll save that for later on. Okay, so now what I need to do is beat these lightly. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is put this in the bowl with the almonds because I need to coat them because we're going to candy them. And in order for the sugar to adhere to the almonds, we need to have them coated with the egg whites. Just like that. Okay, so in this cup, I have 1/2 cup of white sugar. And I'm going to start out with less than 1/2 cup because I'm afraid that may be way too sweet. We're going to give it a try. I just got to make sure that each piece is coated. Right now it's looking pretty good. Some of it looks a little wet, so I'm going to need to use all of the sugar here. So it's coated just like that. Now what I will do is place this in my cookie tray baking sheet, which is lined with parchment paper. And I did that because the first time I made these, I actually forgot about them in my oven. Shame on me, but they did stick to the pan. So I had to soak that pan for quite some time. This time I'll be more attentive, but I still want to protect my beautiful baking sheets with the parchment paper. Because remember, this is sugar. So this is going to melt all over. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in my 350-degree oven for about 9 to 11 minutes. Halfway through, I'm going to stir these around. Then I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, so here they are. They're hot out of the oven. So I'm just going to kind of scrape them up a little bit like this. And what I need for them to do is cool. See, these will go on top of the muffins, you'll see. I've made these before. They are so good. But you'll also find out when you make them too. Okay, so now what we need to do is make the batter. So come on over and I'm going to show you how I put it all together. Okay, so now what we need to do is add to our mixing bowl. I'm using a stand mixer. It's just easier for me. It's a 1/4 cup of butter. And also I have a 1/4 cup of shortening. I love this recipe. It's so light, fluffy, and airy. You'll see. I think it really has a lot to do with the combination of butter and the shortening. So what I'm going to do now is lower this, knock it, and then I'm going to get this started first. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in 1 cup of sugar. And what I want to do is combine all of this until it becomes light and fluffy. Just like that. It won't take too long. as you can see, it is now light and fluffy. Babe, can you get right in there so they could see it? Perfect. That's what it should be. Now the next thing we want to do is add 2 eggs, but one at a time, and incorporating each one individually well. So we got that going. And now I'm going to add one more. Okay. All right, so now you can see that's beautiful. It's creamy, it's light, and now I'm ready to add the extract. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And along with a 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. The 2 of these together complement one another and really brings out their flavors. So I'm going to mix that in well. All right, so now what we need to do is prepare our flour. So what I have here is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So to that, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm going to add, oops, sorry, I'm a little clumsy today, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Like that. And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Because I think it could be clumpy. We're having a little bit of humidity. Okay, and now the 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to whisk this together because what we want to do is combine all of the ingredients together. Just go slowly. Don't go quickly like I did because then you make a huge mess. Okay. All right, so now here's what's important. What we're going to do is we're going to take our flour mixture, bring it over here. And in this cup, I have 3/4 cup of buttermilk. And what we're going to do is alternate the 2 of them together as I'm beating this. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the flour, a little at a time. And now just a little bit of the buttermilk. This is such a beautiful batter. I'm really happy with this recipe. One of the better recipes I've seen in a long time. Flour, buttermilk. Flour, this will be it on the flour. And that's it for the buttermilk. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to scrape down the sides and I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so now the batter is put together. Now what I need to do is I'm going to add 1/4 cup of those almonds, not the cooked ones, but these are the regular sliced almonds. And then it also calls for strawberries. So what I have here is 1.5 cups of chopped strawberries. So that's all going to go right inside this batter. And then the next thing I've got to do is just mix this batter together. Okay, so here it is all mixed in. The batter looks good. Okay, and you could always add more strawberries if you want. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a large cookie scoop and put this in here. I want it about 2/3 of the way full. I do like when it really puffs up though. That looks really good right there. So what I'm going to do here is just fill up all these little muffin cups. I'll be right back. All right, so that's the last one for now. Of course, we have more batter, and I'm going to be doing another tray. Now what we want to do is take the beautiful pecans that we had sugared. These are so good. I had to put them away. I was going to eat them all. They're just that delicious. So now what we want to do is take a few of them and place them right on top of the batter here. What you want to do is kind of press them in too, just to make sure they stay inside and stuck to the muffin when they're cooked. Okay, here they are, the almond berry cupcakes. They were in the oven for 18 minutes. That's all I needed to cook them for. But when you stick in the tester and it still batter come out, let it go for like another minute. So go short increments at a time. These are just so delicious. So I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. This one's a little bit warm. And of course, too, you do not have to use it with the paper liners. You could always just spray your muffin tin and put the batter right in there. You could do it that way too. And this is what it looks like. Look at that, with all the strawberries in the inside. Okay, so now I'm going to taste it. Mm. Mm. It's so good. Mm. The batter is so light and airy. I would take the same batter and put blueberries with it. That would be really good too. I have to have another bite. Mm. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make these awesome almond berry muffins. They are truly delicious. And I will list Deborah Feinberg's recipe to these muffins in my description box below. Not sure if you'd be able to get your hands on this magazine. It's 20 years old. So I'll make sure it's there for you. It's worth going in, looking it up. So remember, everyone, enjoy life and never stop learning. Bye now.